wanted to see action last game, which we saw a little bit of it, this one's far better. You'd love to see the all-in that Tristana and Kai'Sa have when they get that engage with Gragas, or the flank that Flandre's Vladimir usually has.
Flandre's Vladimir makes me excited, man. Every time we see it. I remember last split it was something like 44,000 healing in one game we saw off Flandre.
Yep.
Just absolutely disgusting. The man is ridiculous. This is what he's known for, you know? You take those picks like the Akali, like the Vladimir that can get those flanks, and he will set up his team. He will carry them through. I want to see if he can pull it off against Invictus Gaming.
Yeah, he just has to get to that stage. A lot of it comes down now towards Tristana and Gragas really early on to this game to allow him to get to the late game stage. The benefit of having a bad matchup top lane but having that winning matchup mid is that you always have pressure in the river. Like as long as the 2v2 works out in the mid lane, you should still be able to get your farm simply because the enemy top laner, regardless of the matchup, has to respect the possible 2 or 3 man roam. So I like what I'm seeing here from LNG. It is a fairly linear composition early on, but I mean, I guess it makes it easier to just focus on the execution.
Yeah, don't need to have fancy execution if you're just able to pull it off. And last game, LNG pulled it off beautifully. I want to see something similar from them going into this game number 2 because Invictus Gaming, they've got the Kennen for the Shy. That's a comfort pick for them. They've got the Varus Tahm Kench. They already know how that one's going to go. Can they bring it back in game number 2, or is LNG going to take it to match point? Game number 2, LNG versus Invictus Gaming. No action early game. Once again, Invictus Gaming just scouting the entrances, as is LNG, trying to make sure no fancy shenanigans come out here in the early game.
I like this really early on from Dwan. Places a nice ward to just get a good look in level 1. Goes back to base, gets an early pickup on Red Trinket, can actually help out SOFM in clearing bot side vision to allow for a bot lane gank. So it can change quite a bit. Having bot lane ganks with a Braum, very easy to nail down with Flash Q. So that's something that we should be looking towards. I think Baolan should be aware of that. Just going to be taking a closer look at SOFM's early clear.
Going just blue to Gromp right now. Colonel looking pretty favorable for LNG right towards that mid game, that 20-minute point. If last game's any example, I'd agree with him.
Yeah. No, I don't think anyone would ever make this bet, but Colonel certainly has that information. We didn't have this info coming into this game, but, he's been watching a few more. He's been analyzing the games that LNG had.
He's been working on it, man. Just had to get a delicious, delicious bucket of chicken. The LPL brought to you by KFC. Now, Fen having some trades here in the mid lane. Once again, he's going real aggressive on a rookie. Going to force him out of lane, likely with this Ignite.
Oh!
He jumps in, the flash. Fen, I don't know if this is what you want. First blood for rookie. Fen, no.
Yep. That just happened. We take those.
Yikes.
Rookie was afraid. That just one auto attack away from getting the kill. He simply didn't have the ward to catch them in sight the moment he ducked away in Fog of War. I mean, he couldn't follow up. That hurts, man. I like the confidence, though. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. Just go.
Yeah, you know what? Taking
Just
a page out of Ning's book from last game. Just being like, all right, I can do this. I can do this. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Look, the LNG motto is literally anything is possible. So he knows he just got to go for it. So I still like the idea. At least the early gank, the early damage that he put through, the early slow that forced Rookie all the way back. The only question is that he followed immediately with the flash. So we're back at it though.
Oh, well, that's a return kill. That's something, right?
So we talked about it being a very linear game for LNG, that they can just play through mid lane. You already saw the kill threat that Fun had in game 1, or at least in the first rounding the kills. I didn't see the setup for how Rookie was caught in this time around, but he didn't have flash for it. That much is very clear. And very obviously didn't have the wave in his favor. So Leon, if he recognized that it was a bad wave for Rookie, should have just been in the area just in case.
Not going to be able to be there to save him in time. Leon just going to clear out the waves, but he does lose the scuttle over to SOFM. Flandre just farming it up here on the top side.
Just means a little bit of patience at the end of the day, because Rookie came out in a pretty damn good position having that first kill, knowing that he was getting bullied by Fen-Fen for the majority of the early lane. But now he is not only traded that kill back, has a pretty large CS deficit at this stage. So LNG can go right back, especially since SOFM got the gank off, not even having to use Flash. Oh, this is the context. So he teleported right mid, went for the early skirmish, and Gragas was right there. So feels bad.
How many times on air do we have to say don't teleport into the middle of the wave? Before, I know they don't necessarily listen to the English broadcast, but come on.
Yeah, honestly, that's a fine decision. The problem was going all in immediately after that. So yeah, that's all it was.
They're just trading back over aggression, you know? Just feeling each other out. And so far, 9 CS advantage there for Fen-Fen. He's picked up the boots as well, plus the refillable, so he's going to be maneuvering around a little bit better around Rookie.
That hurts. Pressure up top lane. It's nice to see the Shy in game 2 already putting out pressure. Remember, we already talked about the fact that it's going to be press the attack, AD cannon up top lane, try and bully the Vladimir as much as possible. Leon doesn't have a diving jungler. He's going to be pretty damn close to level 6, but oh no.
He has a dove jungler. He's not a diving jungler himself. SOFM still going in for it. Might be able to find it. Forces the flash out of Leon. Comes in from over the wall. Fen-Fen's here. SOFM so low. Has the red buff still. Balon coming in from over the wall. Blast Plant. Can it get SOFM out? He's going to make his way down to the bottom side of the map, but he needs to get away as soon as possible. Maybe he's looking for the execute. Maybe looking to get away. Just looking for Rookie to get the solo kill. Dodges out. SOFM might be able to make his way out of this one. I don't know. Baits him in. SOFM just stalling as long as possible. He's looking for the execute.
15
and honestly,
seconds is how long it takes for the execute to come through.
He might
I think he has the distance. I think he has the distance. And all in the meantime is buying so much of Rookie's time. He's literally... Okay, thank God.
No!
Thank God.
Jackie Love picks up the kill with the piercing arrow, but Fen-Fen dives in onto Leon. That Ignite's going to take him out. Fen-Fen? Hello? Not again!
This is the greatest playoff game I have ever witnessed.
Welcome to the LPL Summer 2019 first round playoffs, ladies and gentlemen, where Fen-Fen has died to tower twice.
He thought he de-aggroed, simply put. I mean, he thought he was already, that Karthus was already dead before he went right back in. It was probably the last tick of Ignite that did it, honestly.
I feel like he's going to need some therapy after this game. Just like the tower is your friend. Having a little bit of trouble with those dives, but up in the top lane, the Shy still keeping that advantage in CS. 12 up over Flandre. Flandre's gotten the Kindle Gem, so he's going to keep himself topped up a little bit better here. Got a little bit more health pool to work with.
The most sane person on the map right now. The Shy is doing very well. CS difference is incredibly ahead for him. He hasn't even gotten the first base off because he's been that comfortable. But the way the game has been going for Leon and Rookie means that he's not getting the added help that would have been an early kill. Flandre's just going to look for a base off right now, so that's all he really needs.
Good Hemoplague pool to follow. They're looking for Leon. There comes the jump from Fen-Fen. Goomba stomp onto Leon. He gets taken down. SOFM uses the ultimate, but not going to be able to find Rookie. There's the Requiem. Goodbye, SOFM. The engage in the top lane in the meanwhile as well. Invictus Gaming picks up 2 kills cross map.
And Leon gets an assist for the top side too. This game. Oh, he got him. All right.
Flash ultimate there from Fen-Fen, and now he is 4-2-0.
This literally feels like a scrim. You know, you get to that stage where everyone is just trying to go for the kill. Of course, Fen-Fen's going to try and jump at you if he has E up. He's just going to go for a full base here. I think he's got the shove immediately.
Just absolutely blazing through this wave in the health bar of his opponents at this point. Fen-Fen might be in a little bit of trouble. Has to dodge away from the absconded duck. No problem for him. He's got boots. And it looks like he's working towards the Hex Drinker first as well. So he's just chilling here in this top side, and the Shy has gone to catch the wave mid. Now the Rookie's stuck in the top side. So it looks like the solo laner's just swapping for the time being.
Yeah, Tristana was already landing up top side, so he wanted to get the full wave cleared before he swaps up. Remember, we're just talking about how the lane assignments should be working out for LNG. You want Fen-Fen to be stuck with the Sylas lane. And with how the Shy's actually built up right now with heavy magic resist, he wants to be in that same... Oh, no.
Bye, Leon.
Yeah.
Oscar's going to pick that one up. Good killer instinct from him. Valon trying to do something about it, but I'm not really sure how to characterize this game so far, Raz, except for chaotic.
He had his own camps up bot side. Not only did you have the information that they were on that right side of the map, but you have your own Krugs in red available. What is actually happening this game?
This game is just a bunch of shenanigans from both sides, and I'm not sure who's coming out on top at the moment. Nobody's coming out on top. It's even in gold. What is happening, Raz?
I think it is
I used to understand this league.
I think it is so much better for LNG at this stage. Not only is Flandre thriving because, I mean, aside from what happened, you know, him getting solo killed up topside with the Karthus ultimate coming in and helping him out a little bit, he's been farming up just well. In what is a bad matchup for him, he's been able to keep up. He hasn't been dove whatsoever because the pressure hasn't existed from Leon and Rookie at all. So he's been safe to get to that mid game. FunFun has been repeatedly shoving in and get turret plating for himself, so that stage of the game is working out well for him. So I'm liking what the current map state is for LNG a little bit more.
As we say that, though, the Shy might be looking for an engage, has the Slicing Maelstrom available. Flandre wants to keep this one going because he knows FunFun's coming up with him. The Shy has the energy available. FunFun comes in, but he's not going to be able to find anything. They're just going to shove out the wave, probably get a turret plating and back off.
He's going to help out a little bit, of course. He's always just fishing. So that's nice to see, but also even nicer, of course, from the Shy, who is in a position where he could have walked towards Flandre, recognized that the Tristana wasn't visible on the map, and just backed away. So good situation for him to be in, but going back to the overall map state, while it is essentially even in gold, you're in a position now where 4 of the kills on LNG's side is all in the Tristana's pocket. So I'm much happier with how the gold state is for LNG.
So they're going to try and keep that going. It looks like both solo laners are going to be rotating towards the mid lane at this point because SOFM started up the Rift Herald, so just have a little bit of assistance down there. Meanwhile, Invictus Gaming want to trade for the Dragon, but this is a Cloud Drake. I don't think that's worth it.
Yeah, probably didn't have any vision of Rift Herald being done, so they likely don't think this as a trade. One of the positives of, you know, the likes of Karthus, Olaf, you know, junglers that can honestly just do this on their own is the fact that they can just start pressuring for a Dragon game, especially when the game starts to run away from you. Theoretically, that's a good idea, but now that they've heard the cries of Rift Herald, this is just going to simply be that trade. And let's see how quickly this turret goes down, because I think the first turret should be heading over towards IG.
Looks like they'll probably have it. Just all turret platings removed.
Oh no, the wave.
No wave. They might still be able to take this. Nope.
Not even close.
Nope.
I guess who has the wave in their favor? LNG is going to be able to get the first turret gold. So nice. Okay. LNG is going to be winning out throughout. Even though I thought the turret was in a great position for IG, that they also had, you know, Tom Kench being in Resolve Tree to be able to get an extra bit of damage on the turret just wasn't enough.
Yeah. Looking now, FunFun, he's been able to pick up 2 partial items at this point. He's building so defensively, but right now it's working out really well for him. His role so far has just been take down the towers, roam top when you can.
I mean, think about the teamfight state later on. Hexdrinker is still incredibly efficient knowing that you have an AP, you're going up against an AP mid and jungle, and even if we're just going up against an AD Kennen, like if he goes into teamfights with ultimate, the base damage is still enough to deal quite a bit towards ADs. So recognize that. Picks himself up a Hex Drinker and now can go towards more AD options. So I'm pretty happy with what LNG, they can be a lot more confident looking for fights around FunFun.
Down in the bottom lane, meanwhile, both AD carries have completed their first item. Got the Mana Moon stacking up there for Asura, and on the other side, Jackie Love picking up the Blade of the Ruined King, but doesn't look like there's been a whole lot going on in that bottom lane. It's still fairly Invictus Gaming dominated. We saw them take down the tower second there in the bottom lane.
Yeah, that's why, while I'm talking about, you know, so positively for LNG at this day, a lot of it is with the assumption that IG doesn't use Jackie Love and Baolan to open up mid lane easily. If LNG actually lose a fight trying to push them off the mid lane turret, then your concerns start to pile up for LNG and their comp. But at this stage, a lot of hopes right now are on Jackie Love. He does have all his sums prepared, or at least the flash is more important here. So if he does get jumped on by the Tristana, you can save him pretty easily.
LNG need to play really carefully around this mid lane. Invictus Gaming looking for the flank on around them. But FunFun and SOFM should be able to push them off themselves. Now, looking at the composition of Invictus Gaming, are we concerned the same way we were last game for their scaling into the later stages?
I would say yes in comparison to LNG, But my only caveat would just be like the pick potential that Rookie could have later on in the game. Because once he starts getting his items rolling, you have access to, more importantly, I would say, SOFM's ultimate that can start fights for you and make it so Tahm Kench, could actually play his role incredibly easy as a frontliner. So my only concern for IG is lack of engage, but they have split pushing. So split pushing is there later on in the game. They don't have to necessarily take team fights. And another thing is that Leon and JackeyLove will still be pushing out a lot of damage. But if I'm saying front-to-back team fights, very easily LNG's composition through the Vladimir, Tristana, and Kai'Sa will be able to outperform. So it involves a little bit of creativity from IG and mostly just focusing on the side lane, something that historically they haven't been too good at.
Very good position for LNG to be in so far this game. Turret plating is about even in the gold they provided, but LNG up 1.5 almost.
Yeah, one thing, what's really interesting for a team that has a carry top laner that usually, like jungle proximity early game, goes towards the Shy, is the fact that the Shy uses leads to go towards team fights, but he getting opened up on here.
This is dangerous 1v1, but it looks like it's dangerous for the Shy and not Fun. He's able to take that one down. Yordle on Yordle combat.
Yeah, just didn't see him. No warriors on the bot side of the map. He made that rotation. It was pretty safe for him. Was able to find the pick. And, of course, no ultimate now for Leon because he used it thinking that was an opportunity to get a kill back. Not even close. So good stuff coming in from Fun really early on. 2 games in a row where he's felt like he's been performing exceptionally.
This is a damn strong showing from him. 5-2-0 on the Tristana. Last game on the Corki. This is so much more impressive than we expected because the earlier in the split, it was just the Plex show.
Yeah, and a lot of the times when the games themselves become low quality based around team play, then you focus on, the outplays, the individual players who are kind of performing to that limit. And right now it's been Fun. He made 1 mistake, or actually I would say 2 mistakes regarding turret play, turrets hitting him. But since that point, he's been on the map, he's been incredibly aggressive. Now he has 5 kills to his name, so LNG want to continue to play around him.
They're going to do exactly that. They're sending SOFM to help him out there on the bottom side. Looking for the Shy once again, who's not been having too terribly great of a game. He was up in CS early on, but now struggling a little bit.
He doesn't have an option. If he rotates for the fight, especially with the build that he has now, they end up losing those fights. He wants to be able to consistently side push, but as you can tell, he has to respect the fact that there's no vision there. They have no eyes on SOFM either. So, full team is actually rotating here just to be able to pick up SOFM. Here we go.
IG still focusing on the Dragon. They're going to go for the engage. SOFM getting caught out by Rookie. There's the flash. Beautiful from SOFM, but it's not going to be enough to save his life as Rookie takes him down. Meanwhile, Fun looking for the 1v1 against the Shy once again.
Wow.
But it's going to be Fun who falls this time. The shutdown goes over to JackeyLove. And now Invictus Gaming pick up the fight. 2 kills and an Ocean Drake.
2 very easy picks. Even with Fun trying to act cute, thinks he can get an easy pick off on a member, or at least his full rotation on burst so he can jump away. Didn't even get that. IG get 2 very quick picks, a Dragon, when they were in a pretty bad state. All right.
Not exactly how you want things to play out if you're LNG, but Flandre still has his lead. Wasn't affected by that little kerfuffle towards the Dragon. He's just going to keep pushing out these side lanes, keep trying to scale up towards that later stage of the game, and he just needs to look for those flanks later on. And if he can find them, if you get Balon away from JackeyLove, that is a dead AD carry very quickly. Same with Leon.
All right, let's take a second look at this because, SOFM does still flash a little bit short, but the idea is still sound. Taking a look back, though, JackeyLove getting picked off, but the Tristana is there.
Oh, looks like a fight breaking out in the mid lane. LNG forcing the teleports out of Invictus Gaming, but they're not going to find anything off the back of them. Fun jumping away with the rocket jump.
But they're still very healthy and still trying to siege upon the mid lane. So LNG should be losing quite a bit off this one. Next wave is actually pretty far off.
It's so hard to contest with that Tristana wave clear as well. She took out that wave so quickly. Now Leon in a little bit of trouble. Just going to walk away. 3-1-0 currently for Rookie. He's really turned this game around since that early laning phase.
He's been able to pick up a lot of free solo experience in gold just on the side lane for a good majority of this game, which has been nice, especially as you mentioned. That early game was pretty bad for him. So it's nice to be able to see. While it was bad for him, he also got doubled up by having the worst matchup just with the Tristana there in tow. But the Abscond Abducts is going to be pretty crucial for IG. If they can find a good pick-off, like they did with SOFM a little bit earlier on, and that's their way back in.
So brutal, though, if you want to go for fun with them, because that rocket jump, that's a buffer. That's a CC buffer. If you land it, sure. But if Fen times it right, he jumps out.
It's the big if they time it right. More often than not, they end up...
Fair point.
It's very difficult to. Let's take a look at what the vision control looks like for LNG. This is pretty risky.
Dwan getting engaged on. He's going to use Glacial Fissure, stolen away by Rookie. Teleport coming in from LNG as well. Fen doing as much damage as he can. Balan saves Leon for the time being. Great ultimate there from SOFM. Balan goes golden, and Invictus Gaming want to find the re-engage. They find it on Deflandre, but who disengages now? Looks like LNG don't want to look for more. 2 for 1 in favor of IG.
JackeyLove played that fight well. The ultimate to be able to nail down Flandre so he didn't have a way to press forward, and equally just had to stay back. So, like, he didn't even have the option of backing away from the fight. A very easy kill to get the Vladimir early on, so it was looking scary. I mean, certainly. Even with the first pick onto Dwan, I thought that LNG would be able to pick up the back half of the fight, but JackeyLove played that one out exceptionally.
JackeyLove doing great now, 2-0-1. He's got 2 completed items with the Blade of the Ruin King and the Ginsu's Rage Blade, so he is putting out some crazy damage at this point. Asura not quite hit his spike just yet. Baron being pinged out by Invictus Gaming. It's only 20 minutes in, guys. Calm your horses.
Take a look at this because, yeah, Dwan walking through fully because he thought, you know, Fun would be able to save him on the left side of the area. Of course, he ends up getting bursted out. This is what I was talking about. Ends up getting nailed by the ultimate just before he goes into his pool. So easily gets picked off on the back half. That's a 2-for-1 trade. IG was able to pick up for themselves on that one. So gets the Braum, gets the Vladimir, gets a lot of gold right there on towards JackeyLove and Rookie.
Starting to get themselves back into the game. Protobelt and Zonia is now picked up on Rookie. A lot of playmaking coming in from those 2 items. Plus stolen ultimates, which, as we've seen, so successful. When you steal away that Gragas ultimate, you can just split a team fight.
Yeah, that's why Dwan is definitely needed for a lot of these fights, because Rookie has been nailing these ultimates pretty easily. That door is going to be important, especially if Asura and Fen are pretty easy targets. So we'll have to see how LNG ends up playing this one out. They do need to continue to pressure on that top side of the jungle. But it looks like they're rotating Vladimir over early. That's what I'm interested in, because he shouldn't be concerned at all with the Sylas up top side. Getting the extra push in the wave, allowing LNG to dig into the blue side jungle, I think should be priority.
So they're just going to push the wave out in both the side lanes there. Fun and Flandre doing their best to set up a 1-3-1 at this point, but Dwan's going to be backing, and that's going to leave LNG with a little less force on the map, a little less they can do, especially if Flandre is going to back with him. Looks like he's canceled that, though, rotating back towards the middle side of the map. Now the Shy going back to a split pushing. Fun. Going to jump his way out of that one to safety. Clearing away the wards as well. Invictus Gaming setting up for the 3rd Drake. Cloud Drake in 2 seconds.
It's going to be the 2nd Cloud Dragon. If you look at their composition, it's pretty positive, especially any poke composition having double Cloud is going to be a positive, but they do need to focus towards the mid lane as that's going to be pushed out by LNG. Yeah, slow down. That's nice to see from IG. Whenever LNG pushes in for vision, Rookie rotates for a possible pick. Now he has the Gragas ultimate. Let's see if he gets somebody. Oh, okay, well, yeah, let's be fine. SOFM, walk it out.
Should walk that one back, and it looks like LNG, I'm not sure if they knew what they were doing with that play, because at first it looked like they were rotating and trying to sneak the Baron, but the Dragon went down so quickly they didn't get anything off of it.
Yeah, blue buff was up and available. I think they just wanted to get vision control up top side. They don't know that this ward exists, and Rookie might be able to find that pick.
SOFM in a little bit of trouble. The Shy trying to chase him out, gets the stun down. Fen needs to kite this one out. Rocket jump interrupted. Fen just having some fun in the wall. Looks like they need to get their way out of this. Fen getting chased down. Rookie goes in. He goes golden, but Fen's going to get taken out. Chains of Corruption are going to be enough, but Flandre, can he find the fight? Hemo Plague onto 2. He's looking for more. AoE coming in. Rookie still somehow living. Asura goes in with the Killer Instinct. What can he find? Double kill so far for JackeyLove. The Shy getting chased down on the backside of the fight, and Asura 1 versus 3. Can he find any? He finds Baolan, a double kill, and LNG somehow turned the fight. Asura with the 1v3.
And it ends up being a 3v2 fight for LNG off that one. All because of Asura at the back half of the fight. It was another awkward fight for Vladimir. But, you know, at least he got a good amount of damage on towards the support at the back half of that one. So Asura found that target, went to the back, had flash, so now he had that exit strategy. Great play from him.
This LNG AD carry is absolutely insane. And look at that! 3-item spike just like last game. He's now in ahead of Jackie Love in gold. He's got the Muramana fully stacked, Runan's Hurricane, Ginsu's Rageblade, QSS.
A lot of the times the LPL fans, when they talk about the LPL AD carries, they go towards the Uzis, Mystics, SMLCs, Jackie Love, iBoy. No one's talking anything about Asura. Consistently able to play so well in these fights. Now, FunFun was an easy target. Missed out his W, didn't have his cooldown, wasn't going to be able to get out of this one, so an easy kill to get that one. Vladimir goes in, gets a lot of damage into the back half, but it also goes. If you look at the fight, you're in a cordon off space, you're going to be the next kill. Asura was the one that found the pick of the back half with all the damage that was layered through, and then knew that he had just enough in kill range with Q to get the kill and to flash out. So great call on towards Asura. And so far, now we're 25 minutes into the game, and the game is still an LNG gold lead.
This is looking really scary for Invictus Gaming. Game number 1, they got shut down. And they reset their players. They brought in the Shy, they brought in Leon. They assumed that would be enough to fix it, but it looks like LNG are still going to keep their lead. FenFen getting engaged on Teleport coming in as well from Invictus Gaming. FenFen still alive. Great block there from Dwan. It looks like LNG might be able to make their way out of this. Redemption going to come down, heals up FenFen. If they need to fight, they have the health for it once again. Requiem comes down, Golden onto SOFM after the Chains of Corruption land. He goes in for the engage instead. Balon saves Jackie Love for the time being. The Shy goes in with an ultimate, but he's not going to be able to find it. Asura healing up in the back of the fight. Rookie goes in, not going to be able to find anyone just yet. FenFen dives into the back of the fight. He's able to pick up 1, pick up 2. The ace once again, and they're turning on to Baron. Sorry, Leon, the only one surviving, not much longer.
LNG, no one dies in that fight. And that's the chaotic fight we're talking about. The only one that got a real good pick in the that fight was the Shy, but he was AD Kennen. He found 3 members, but was able to easily get picked off. And so let's take a second look at that when we get the replay ready, because the moment Flandre was able to find the back half, of course he's going to be able to find the kill in the AD carry. But when the Shy half health by the time he gets his ultimate across, no damage comes through. And now if we're just talking about straight team fighting, LNG has the comp, they have the gold now, they are far stronger to match Invictus Gaming.
They're looking incredibly scary here this game as well. FunFun once again is fed out of his mind. RFC, Blade of the Ruin King. Let's take a look back at this fight.
So this is Flandre's perspective. Great, because he was the major winner of that team fight. Because you can see great redemption to give, you know, half HP towards FunFun. He was going to be pretty safe. And then you see him just positioning aggressively to go into the back line. He just needed to be there to follow up in SOFM. SOFM was able to get Tom Kench to use his W on towards Jackie Love. Easy to go straight in. Once your W cooled back is right up. So good job from him. It seems like the Shy is in the wrong side of the map.
Yeah, he's been chased down for this since that replay started. They're probably going to find him here. Yeah, FunFun's going to pick that one up. Just getting a little bit of extra gold for himself as he backs out. Baron buff, still 2 minutes remaining with a 7k gold lead here for LNG.
I don't know how that happened. I think he was trying to hold the mid lane wave. That's the only thing I can assume was happening at the time. But think about the implications this series has. You're going into now, with game 2 nearing a completion. LNG is playing well to find ourselves in a 2-0 state in the series versus Invictus Gaming. Your spring split champion, a team that you just gave the benefit of the doubt would get things together in playoff time, and they're getting roughshod by a team that barely made it in.
This is the strongest LNG have looked, and I won't say the weakest Invictus Gaming have looked because they've had their ups and downs this split for sure, but definitely not showing their best foot here in game number 2. But LNG are looking absolutely insane.
So this is the context, as you can see on the lower left corner, of Kennen finding himself on the wrong side of the map. He just didn't have a way out. If he went straight towards the mid lane, there are also 2 people pushing up mid lane from LNG, so he's just trying to waste as much time as possible. I think that was just clearly it. They don't have vision in their own red side jungle, so they just cut right in and made it so he couldn't return.
LNG just pushing out this bottom lane now. If they're able to take this win, they're looking towards one of their best splits yet.
It's a near 10k gold lead for LNG, so for them to lose out this advantage would be a catastrophic situation.
SOFM goes golden. The fight going to be re-engaged. Rookie goes in. He goes golden himself. Beautiful ultimate there from Dwan. Redemption going to save everyone from the Requiem. FenFen gets a pickup on the backside. That was a huge Hemoplague. Everyone from Invictus Gaming needs to back off.
So think about how the fight goes for LNG. Even if Flandre goes in, doesn't net a kill, he gets them to about 30% HP. So easy for resets to be made for Fun in these fights. The composition's working out so nicely, and now they're just trying for that one last fight.
Inhibitor Tower in trouble. Asura in trouble as well. He's able to pick up 1 kill. This might be the way Invictus Gaming gets back into it. The Shy finds 1, but Fun dives in. Beautiful ultimate. Kicks Jackie Love into the fountain. Not going to kill him just yet, but LNG will survive through it. Nexus Tower is still available, and it looks like LNG are going to have to back off.
Not taking any risks. Kind of reminds you of Game 1. That one risk Invictus Gaming took that lost them a Baron buff and a huge fight. LNG recognized that death timers are very slim. 10 seconds was left on Rookie. They just back away. Don't want to take any more added risk. This is a certainly different monster in LNG, but if you're looking towards Invictus Gaming, I mean, this is what we saw during the summer split. They're not on the same page, and to be fair, like at this stage, they've been completely outscaled. The wave is going up against them. This is just LNG closing out an advantage that they have.
Invictus Gaming just get absolutely mollywopped here at the end. Fen, beautiful ultimate to just save his team. At that point, the Maw's taken, he's getting some healing. And he's got the GA now as well.
I mean, he just missed his out. He misclicked the wrong person. He would have gotten the kill certainly on Jackie Love. But at this stage, I mean, take a look at it. IG, what can they do to really defend this next push from LNG?
LNG are pretty much 6 slotted here, especially for Flandre. Well, Flandre is looking at, 4.5 at this point, but you look at Fen, you look at Asura, they've got the items they need. This double AD carry composition, both games, has worked out so incredibly well for LNG.
Yeah, a lot of the times, with the mistakes that the LNG makes on in the early on in the game, they're able to completely wipe away with the fights that comes afterwards. I think a lot of the credit goes towards SOFM. SOFM able to come right back towards the mid lane, give an even larger lead towards Fun. And you very rarely see a series, a best of 5 series, where Rookie struggles. And you're in summer split, playoffs, and it's just been a completely different situation. Invictus Gaming are no longer a team that just solely dominates the laning phase, and a lot of that comes towards jungle changes that's come through. You don't have that same reliance on Ning with how poorly he's been playing recently. Leon is just a flat-out rookie that's coming at the very end of the split to kind of be that band-aid that you're talking about. So tough times for IG. LNG is just taking advantage of it. They've had this roster for quite some time. The only exception technically being Fun, but Fun's been a part of this team far longer than Leon has with the main roster.
They've got really incredibly experienced players here. I mean, you look Fun, pretty new. Asura, of course, very new, but you look at Dwan, you look at Flandre, you look at SOFM. These guys have been around in the
Veterans.
LPL.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. Flandre's been in the LPL, I think, since he was 15. He's 22. He's been around the block a little bit. But now Baron going to be picked up here by LNG off the back of their veteran players. This game's looking pretty strong for them, and as is this series. I'm scared for Invictus Gaming.
Think about it. 2-0, first round, right from the get-go. Invictus Gaming would have to run it back in a reverse sweep. They have a lot of points, so 90 points just based off of the first split alone, being able to get that championship. But if they end up losing based off points, I'm talking about in the wider scheme in a playoff setting, they would have to be forced to be put into the gauntlet. That's crazy to think about, that the former champions, or at least the world champions, are in a really tough position to make a Worlds run.
But now LNG, newcomers to the throne, they're looking pretty strong here. It's first round of playoffs. I may be getting ahead of myself.
We'll see.
And I'm committing the cardinal sin. I'm excited about LNG. Looking for the engage
Wow.
here. Came playing on a 2. Leon's just dead. There's the flash in from Flandre. He's looking for the further engage. The AoE is coming out massive here for LNG. They're going to be able to wipe up the team fight. That's going to be game. LNG get the ace once again. Should be able to find game number 2 here against Invictus Gaming, reigning world champions. It doesn't matter to LNG. They're going to find game number 2 and bring it to match point.
That's that late game Vlad. Humongous just in that one last team fight. He just eviscerated Karthus, and now we're put, as you mentioned,